Hello and welcome everybody to Novice to Master Episode 8. My name is Talal and I will be your host this afternoon. And what we will be doing today is working on the selection of our squares in the map. That was a problem that I've been facing a couple of streams ago, and I've been facing it once again in my last stream, and possibly the stream before that. And hopefully we're going to be able to figure it out once and for all this time. But we'll find out. So, without further ado, I'm just going to just jump straight into it. All right. At the start, I'm getting errors here for some reason. Okay, so I got my code over here and just need to start the server. Ooh, yeah. One thing I would like to figure out is how to make it so that it doesn't default back to the default rules over here on the TS config. Okay. All right, it should work in a second. Maybe after I figured this out. Right, so over here what's going on is essentially we need to define the square that we're clicking before we start, referencing it in the rest of our code and in the conditionals that we have set up over here. So essentially what I'm trying to do here is just say something like select square, and then what we want to, oh sorry, my keyboard's in Spanish still. And then we want to say if new square, unhighlight all square, and highlight new square. And then finally, if same square, then unhighlight. That's the most simplest way I can put it. And yet, for some reason, it has been proving to be quite difficult to figure it out. So, let me see if I can figure it out this time. The first issue that I'm facing, or the first challenge, is that the state over here, it needs to be set to a default value. All right, so to figure out, hold on, is this the, no. All right, so to first figure out whether or not we can actually bypass that requisite, okay, I need to Google whether or not that's possible. Hold on, what's the error that's giving me? All right, so I'm just gonna Google this and see if whether or not I can bypass it. Yeah, how to suppress it. This feature is called strict null checks. To turn it off, ensure that the strict null checks compiler flag is not set. I'd strongly recommend keeping it turned on. One way to fix it is to ensure that the values are never null or undefined, for example, by initializing them up front. I mean, I guess we can initialize it to let me see here. What did he do here? Document. Right, so maybe we can initialize it to like some document thing. So let's see here. Maybe a div or... Can we set it to document.body? Let's see. Where is it? Document.body. We can. Property isClick does not exist on type HTML element. Well, if it's not an HTML element, what is it? All right, let's Google again. The property value does not exist on value type of, yeah. TypeScript is type safe, so the document.getElementById returns the type HTML element, which does not contain a value property. The subtype HTML input element does, however, contain the value property. Well, essentially, what does it return then? Square.isClicked. IsClicked? Oh yeah. Yeah. See, the problem is, all right, this is what we were trying to do last stream, right? We were trying to save an isClicked property, or sorry, key value into our JSON file, right? But one thing I'm not familiar with is how to, what's the word for it? Like how to properly save information to a database file. So how to save a new key to JSON. JSON object. All right, let's try this. Let's see whether or not that gives us what we're looking for. All right, so if this is an object, and I kind of forgot what parse did. Oh. Well, I kind of wonder what it would do if I actually added that here. Problem is, I'm just probably gonna have to comment this out. and the F's are incorrect. Right, so okay, so just let's activate this. F equals square. Cannot, oh, because this is, okay, it's inside the scope, so if we just move it out here, that should work. This condition will always return true since the type HTML element and Boolean have no overlap. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We'll take this out for now. Okay, so if we save that, we should see the map. All right, great. Oh, invalid hook call. Hooks can only be called inside the body of a function component. This could happen for one of the following reasons. You might have mismatch for, no. Okay. Okay. I think I understand what's going on. Let me see if I can take this and just put it outside over here, because I think it's like calling it every time we're clicking on a button. And I think that's one of the problems that we're facing. So if we save that, yeah, it should start working, right? So essentially now, we were able to initialize the value of square. I'm not really sure why we still needed that, but I'm wondering whether or not we could try the initial solution that we were going for. All right, let me see here. All right, just gonna do a few things. Hold on. Okay. All right, so what I would like to do is find out whether or not I can make it so that if I click on the same square, it would just give me the result that I'm looking for, right? But initially, right, it's initializing properly. It's not giving me any errors if I initialize it to document dot body, right? So that's good. I'm still a little surprised as to like how it's working. Hold on, handle clicked. Handle name. Oh, it's right over here. All right, so this is what's handling the clicks, right? So, okay, and S is the object that we're passing from here. Well, from here. Okay. Okay, so if S is equal to the chosen, if T, right? So what we're passing is T. T is the object that is saved inside R, which is set over here. Okay. And so we're saying if S is equal to the chosen, and chosen is this, which we've saved outside the function so that, you know, it doesn't interfere, which is fine, I think. And actually for legibility, let's just put it over here as well so that we can keep track of all the hooks that we have, right? Right. What? What's going on? I literally did not change anything. Hold on. Huh. Okay, hold on. line 139. Oh, wow. Okay, the number can really ruin your day, huh? Noted. Sarah Winner, appreciate the follow, man. Thank you. Okay, so it's still working, that's good. All right, so we're saying S is equal to chosen, right? So we're saving it to state over here. No, hold on, we're not saving it to the state. S is equal to chosen. Where are we setting the state? Oh, there it is, set chosen. So every time we're clicking, we're actually setting the state of chosen, right? And then we're comparing it to the class name. Right. Yeah, okay, so here's where I tried to make it so that we get like an and or gate or something like that, right? So the first time we click, it checks out as true, and then the second time we click, it checks out as false, so that way we can turn it on and off every time we click, but it hasn't been working for some reason. And why that is just something that was beyond me, to be honest. Yeah, so I even created a function that returns is true equal bool, return is true. And then the boolean is actually what we're passing here. Keep up the good work. My sound is off, so I can't hear you, but I can see the code. Thumbs up. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, so I'd like to find out what this is checking out as. Maybe if I find out what it's returning, then I would be better able to figure out what the problem is, right? Oh, hold on. So what I'm looking for is this, right? No? Expected one argument. Maybe we can do it as a ternary over here. Maybe a ternary operator. How would that look like? Just you know, for the sake of, you know, testing it out. All right. Just gonna copy this, put it here, just for a second, comment it out, and then over here we want to say something like, all right. Let's define here a boolean called isTrue, right? And we set it equal to, I mean, I prefer not to initialize it. I mean, if I can, I'd prefer not to, all right? And then over here, we'll say, actually, let's initialize it outside, better. Let isTrue, and then we say here, return isTrue. Here's where we're checking whether or not isTrue is false or true or false. And then we say, well, if it is true, all right, we would like you to return highlight. And if it's not true, we would like you to return unhighlight. Right? Yes. If I'm not mistaken, that's how it is. I mean, for one thing's for sure, it's a lot cleaner than writing it in an if statement. I prefer ternary operators whenever I can write those. All right, now if I click on this and then I click on it again, what? It's still returning the, oh, okay, I didn't save it. Okay. Yeah, now it's like not even showing up. It's so weird. I mean, we could do one more thing. We can try to do another, we could try to define another state hook and say something like ID or set ID, something like that. All right, let's try this out. All right, we'll say something like this. And then what we can say, actually let's delete this because it didn't work, right? And we'll copy this back into our code. And I'd prefer to take this out, yes, like this. All right. I mean, I guess we need to initialize it with an initial if statement, I think. And maybe if we explicitly, what do you call it? Define this one over here, say if s equal, no, sorry, not equal to chosen, right? And then okay, so here we say something like if s not equal to ID, oh yeah, hold on, yeah. Okay, so if s equal to chosen, we'll do this. Oh, sorry, and s is not equal to ID, no, or sorry, equal to ID. Do this. Else if s is not equal to chosen, do this. Right, so if it's equal to ID, it should go into this. Unless we take this and we put it in here. Right? Let's see if s is equal to ID. Something like that. Right? So we say like, okay, so if s is not equal to ID, then we want to set ID equal to s. Set ID. Oh, my bad. Okay, so we need to like define the type of it. If we say it's an object, does that work? Right, okay, so that works, great. Okay, so if we say this, right, so if s is not equal to ID, we'll set ID to s dot, hold on. Can we get the HTML element through the object? T, yeah. Handle name. Does handle name have a return? Oh no, hold on, we're setting the name here. Well, that's inconvenient. Well, what I was thinking that I would be doing is I would save the class name and then compare that to the class name of the one that we just currently clicked on. And then depending on that, we'll set the we'll set the class name to whichever we need it to be, but maybe we can use the key actually. Maybe we can use the key. But then again, how do I access this? With the key. Okay. All right. I got it. Let's console log it and see like what are the properties that we can access, shall we? Right, we can access the topography, the X and the Y. So, I mean, that should be sufficient, to be honest. So we can say something like if s dot, the problem is that the topography could be equal to a different topography. So maybe we can set it as to like, s.x plus s.y maybe. Okay, maybe we'll just take all three values. Yeah, actually that's what we're looking for. We're looking for all three values, and then we save all three values to set ID. So that's good, yeah. And then we'll return highlight. But then if it is equal to the ID, then we return unhighlight. Correct. If s is equal to chosen, if s is not equal to chosen, do we also want to set the ID? Yes, we also want to set the ID right over here. Set ID s. Right. This should work. Okay, I'm getting an error here. For some reason, it's not reloading. Okay. Hell's going on? It's not terminating the job. Okay. All right. Do we still have the console log? Yeah, maybe this is giving us an error, actually. Okay, and then I need to set strict back to, well, I need to remove that. And this should work. Well, if we give it a second, for some reason it just takes a while for it to work again. Maybe I can revise my code in the meantime. If s is equal to chosen, right? Check whether or not s is equal to ID. If it's not equal to ID, because essentially that's what's going to happen the first time we run it, all right? Set it equal to the element that we just clicked. We'll set ID equal to the element that we just clicked, and then return highlight, which means that if it's not equal to the ID, we highlight it. That's gonna run like just the first time, I think. Else, if it is equal to ID, then unhighlight it. I think we might want to, when we unhighlighted, I think we need to set ID back to like null or something. Not, maybe not null, but just an empty object. Yeah, there we go. Right, we set it as an empty object. Is the music too loud? No, it's just loud on my end. I guess I can probably turn it down a little bit. And yeah, actually one thing I wanted to do was reduce the output gain. There we go. All right, the mic should sound a lot smoother right now. All right, so now if you refresh this, still not working. Although we did save that already. Okay. Too many re-renders. React limits the number of re-renders to prevent an infinite loop. Really? Where? Is it like running this as a loop? Huh. Fascinating. Yeah, actually we can remove the handle clicked from here. There it is. Okay, let me Google this, because no idea. I suspect that the problem lies in the fact that you're calling your state setter immediately inside the function component body, which forces React to re-invoke your function again with the same props, which ends up calling the state setter again, which triggered React's. Okay. Instead, I recommend you just conditionally set the default value for the state property using a ternary, so you end up with this. Well, technically, okay, so maybe it's this thing right here. All right, so what do we do then? Variant. Huh. I wonder how we can do this for like document.body. But again, I don't think this is the problem. I mean, I wasn't having the problem when I first set it. Right. Okay, so I think it's probably this one over here, right? But then again, I'm not sure why it's giving me a problem. It could be that one as well, to be honest. Can we set state once? No, sorry, wait, prevent loop on set state. There must be a different way that you can do it. My callback, set state, re-renders all childs. render my callback. Okay. But it doesn't, it doesn't tell me where exactly that's happening. Consider adding an error boundary to your tree to customize error handling behavior. Oh, hold on. So set square we're not using, right? Yeah, we're not using it. Okay, cool, cool, cool. The set IDs we're only calling inside the function, and the set chosen we're doing here. Yeah, it's got to be the set ID that's giving us the error, because the other one was working just fine earlier. But the problem is that with the set ID one, is it this one over here? Okay. Okay. Okay, so it's one of them. Which surprises me because this does not get called. Or does it? Set chosen. Okay, maybe. Okay, yeah. I see what's going on. I feel like this has to actually be handled by a different function. Maybe this one over here. Okay, so let me take this out. Actually, let me take all this out. And then we'll take this. We'll pass it here. Right, and then what we will say is something like, So essentially what I would like to do is I want to have this one compute compute, but then this one return the value that we want to save to the class name, right? So essentially over here, I think what we're gonna have to do is just the same thing that we were doing earlier, and have it say handle clicked, set like so, and then pass it t as well. And then we return one of those. Actually, it will be something like this, right? And then actually this one would take a regular value. But then return return that same value. Yeah. So it would be something like return handle name. No, sorry, not return. We'll just say handle name. Handle name. Highlight, like so. Right, and over here actually it wouldn't be an object, it would be a string, like so. So when we return s, this is what would be saved to the class name. And I feel like that's the best way to do it. Oh shit, hold on, my bad. Right, so to recap, because you probably didn't see it, we've got the handle name that all it does is it returns the value that we've computed in handle clicked, and the handle clicked is activated upon click, right? So all we have here is essentially a string that is being returned by the function over here, instead of having the class name contain a function that is actually doing the computing, right? And so I feel like that would be a much cleaner way to do it. So we'll do handle name over here, and I'll say handle highlight. Handle name on highlight. File over here, handle name on highlight as well. Why does that help us? It helps us because now over here we no longer have a computing function. Oh yeah, it's because, because now set IDs would be only activated on click, right? So now if we save that, it should be working and not giving us the error that we were having earlier, line 117. What's going on in line 117? Expected unsigned when our function call and it's on expression. Where? Huh. Oh, there it is. Thank God. It was just a semicolon that I was missing. Now, if I click, damn. If s is not equal to ID, which it starts off as not, but if it's s equal to chosen, Yes. Chosen. Set chosen. Yes. And then handle clicked. Yes, that's correct. Do we need to set it like this? Maybe. Okay, let's see if it's actually going into this. No, it's not even going into it. That's not equal to ID. I mean, technically it shouldn't be equal to ID. That's not equal to ID. All right, how about we don't do it like that? How about if we just say if ID is equal to null, then set it, and then highlight. All right, let me see if I can find some resources about someone already doing it. Select and deselect. That's all I'm looking for, really. Div React. Either target dot value. No. It's not what we're looking for. Highlight div. It's weird, man. Like, I feel like I shouldn't be having such a tough time with this. Could it be something like highlight, or no, hold on, class name, on highlight, question mark, and we'll set like, all right, then highlight it, else, on highlight. Right, we'll put that somewhere over here, but also at the same time, I'm wondering like if you could double the ternary. Maybe do something like on highlight. No, maybe highlight. And then do this. No. And then, yeah, and then do. Yeah, something like that. I wonder if that's even feasible. Will something like that even work? Maybe we would have like this over here, like this. And this over here, like this. Let me see if it actually works, or if I can find anything on it. Double or nested ternary. Nested ternaries are great. Did he actually do the same thing? With ternary, condition A, condition B. Hold on, I can't see it like this. I'm just gonna put it down here so I can see it better. Oh. Oh, yes. That's nice. That's real nice. Condition A, condition B. All right, let me see if I can understand this. Here is the first ternary. Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah. Let's save it to W and see whether or not we can create the same thing. Excuse me. So it's essentially a function. So we'll make a function over here, right? And then we'll say, right. So these are 3 values essentially, and it's exactly what we're looking for. And we want to say like, is it unhighlighted? Unhighlight. This would return W. We say like, is it unhighlight? Okay, so we'll define these 2 variables to help us work a little bit more cleanly. condition A, condition B. All right, so it's actually a condition. Okay. So condition A. Why is it weird? So, okay, so essentially it would be something like U equal to, okay, no, so U or H, right? Maybe here has to be S, maybe. No. Oh, maybe. What I'm wondering is, like, why are we even passing the object to this? Expects one argument. Well, what if we remove the argument? Then it wouldn't expect any. But we still would have to return some sort of a value, right? So if we say the first variable is unhighlighted and the second value is highlight, all right, we'll first want to check, like, yeah, so we actually have to bring this back. Hold on. Yeah, we have to bring this down to... Yeah, okay. Fine. No, hold on. Ooh, yeah. We'll have to bring this down to this again. It's getting a little messy, I know, but hopefully we'll clear it up in a little bit. Right, and well, essentially this is where we'll return. No, we won't return it, but we'll send it up to handle name. So this will be W right here. Okay. So over here, every time we're clicking, we're setting chosen. And we're saying like if S is equal to chosen, which I don't think is necessary, to be honest. I don't think is necessary. We're passing the object from here to here. I can't even remember why. So as you unhighlight, yes, then highlight it. Is you, okay, yeah, so I mean, when we're generating it, we want to set it to unhighlighted, right? If W equal undefined, then set it to unhighlighted. Can we do that? And then we return to W. String. No? Is U unhighlighted, then set it to highlight. If it is highlighted, I'm not sure about these two, to be honest. Cool U equal H. Can we set it like equal to unhighlighted over here? Okay.
I suppose it did sound funny. I used to lie out on the beach, close my eyes, may there be a pretty girl lying in the sand next to me.
Okay. Let me see if this works over here, okay? I'm just gonna check real quick. Class, object. Huh. Type W string is not assignable to type string. The expected type comes from property class name, which is declared here on type detailed HTML props, HTML attributes, HTML div element, HTML div element. What? Like, is this, what even is this? Detailed HTML props, HTML attributes, HTML div element, HTML div element. Yeah, I think like TypeScript's throwing me all over the place. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Okay. So I was like revising as to why it was setting to unhighlighted before, and I just remembered why. Yeah, so what we need is one of the if statements over here. And then if S is equal to chosen, right? Oh, this is open over here. Okay. Let me comment this out for a second. See if this works. Can we set this to handle clicked? And maybe like take back what it returns. Type S object is not assignable to type string. Oh. Well, how do we get the return then? How do we just get the return? Okay, so you'll need to cast it? The hell does that even mean? Type fruit. Man, I think TypeScript is throwing me all over the place. Maybe next time I will probably do one of the courses. Chisel, what's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you here. I'm really struggling, man. And I don't know whether or not it's because of my illiteracy in TypeScript or whether or not it's just like me not being able to figure out the logic behind what it is I'm trying to do. I'm trying to figure out the, I mean, I'm working on the same problem that I was working on last time. And, yeah, I'm still at it. How you doing? Were you able to join the hackathon? All right, cool, cool. I assume you're talking about the hackathon, or what was it that you were trying to fix? Your high level, yeah. Yeah, it's a weird problem, isn't it? I mean, I wouldn't have thought that I would have struggled so much with it, to be honest. I mean, I really thought it was just going to be like a super straightforward thing, you know, and yeah. I mean, one smart thing to do would be to actually go through the entire course of TypeScript and actually finish it before I start, you know, coding in TypeScript, which is what I'm doing right now, which is not super smart. So I'm thinking maybe next stream, I mean, we still have like 40 minutes for today's stream, but maybe for the next one, what I would be doing would be just like going through courses, you know? I've got somehow a way around. I tried to recreate your map in pure.js. Yeah, how did that work? The only thing that you're not going to be able to do is, well, actually, you might be able to. I don't know, but I'm guessing it's going to be pretty difficult. It's to have it, you know, like arranged the way that it is over here, you know, like how the squares are like that. And the only reason I was able to create it like that was because I'm using it works somehow. It's not necessarily pretty. Yeah, it's because I'm using a function in Java in processing called Perlin noise, and Perlin noise already does, you know, the majority of the work for you. All you need to do is just like arrange everything the way that you want it, and to, you know, make it kind of look something like that. And it's essentially why I was actually exporting the JSON information from processing into my HTML. It's because, as far as I'm concerned, Canva or HTML does not have, or JavaScript does not have Perlin noise. It's actually working, really? In JavaScript. That would be helpful, actually. I mean, later on down the line. I mean, for now, I'm probably just gonna work with what I have, since I figured it out already. But let me post it on GitHub. I'll give you a link in a bit. Yeah, all right, that would be nice. What if we defined a new variable, and we'll call it the class, and then we did a return with the class over here equal to highlight, something like this, and then we set this equal to the class. All right, that works. Much easier. Okay, I see one of the things that we were facing up against earlier. This one says if S is equal to chosen, and then it says else if S is not equal to chosen. Return the class is unhighlighted. Technically this should work, right? And that it should give us all the divs with a... No. No, I was gonna say that it should give us all the divs back with the class name of unhighlighted, but it didn't do that. Yeah, I won't lie. It's I don't normally look at. Okay, there we go. Oh, so this is your current code, isn't it? Don't ask me anything from the Perlin noise function. I just found it on GitHub. Okay. Well, this is pretty extensive. Holy shit. Hold on, it ends here? All this is for the Perlin noise? Hold on. It is. Classic Perlin noise 3D version. And then, okay, so you have the 3D version in there as well. It's above my... it's above both our pray grades, to be honest. Yeah, so essentially all this, everything you have from 157 to 560 is what you found for the Perlin noise. Dang. Even more? Oh yeah. Yeah, I see this is, okay, you did the block colors over here. This.div.class list. Class list. Oh, look at that. Check outline. Remove stacked up. Can you give 78? Yeah, I figured. So here you're doing can you have a class name with like 2 names? Can class names have 2 names? All classes stack. Because I'm thinking like one solution would be to do what you're doing here, right? And we will say like, you know, like it would have like a default class, but then an extra class that can be added to it. And well, the default class will be the default class, which is like unhighlighted. Well, technically it doesn't need to have an unhighlighted. Yeah, I figured. And then the stack top is what gives it the borderline. Yeah, that's actually interesting, because then what we can do is just have either, we can either have a, yeah, well, technically we don't need to have an unhighlighted class name. It would either be highlighted or unhighlighted. Yeah. Interesting. But how would that look like then? Okay. Let's do this. Okay, shall we? Okay, and over here we'll say something like, okay, we'll remove this for a second. Whoa, looking good. I mean, for it to be made in pure JavaScript, it doesn't look too bad. The only thing that I would change was it's like the size of the these squares. They're not actually squares; they're like rectangles, and so the map kind of looks stretched. That's the only thing that I would change. But other than that, it doesn't look too bad. The colors could be better. Yeah. There's a lot of courses, man, that I still need to do. One of them is the CSS one. I kind of went through like half of it, but then I kind of got like super frustrated with it. I was like, fuck it, no. You know, I'm gonna go do some React and stuff like that could, you know, get me moving forward. You know, start doing some applications and stuff. Well, that's not too bad, man. Right, so where were we? All right, hold on. I think I can figure it out, actually. All we need to say, it annoys me, can't even center that fucking div. Which one? Which div? Oh, you got them? Hold on, they look like squares, but then they have different sizes. Or at least they look like they'd have different sizes. Oh no, they are rectangles. Yeah, 8.52 by 10. Oh. That's funny. Yeah, you probably can avoid that problem by giving it a grid. You can like, yeah, but then again, it all depends on how you built the code. And maybe like if you all put it inside one div and you give the div a certain width and a certain height, then that wouldn't be the case. Wouldn't be an issue. But maybe. So anyway, like, bear with me just one moment, right? Because what essentially we need to do is handle the name, right? All we need to do is say is if chosen is equal to W. Well, now it's W. Unhighlight. Return. No. Return highlight. Right? No, it has to be a ternary operator. No way. I attempted to do that. I mean, the div with all the squares. Yeah, didn't work. Essentially, the way I have it is just pretty much inside a grid. I had to like define the grid, so I have everything within like, let's see here. Yeah, so one div is like the thing that holds all the squares inside of it. That's called map grid, and I'm not sure whether or not I have another one on my app.js. No, it's just one. I don't know why I have them. Oh yeah, I named them differently because I was trying something out. So yeah, I essentially set the width and the height, and then the columns and the rows. I set everything, and that's how I suppose like, oh yeah, no, I also have each one of them. Where is it? Square. I have square that defines the size of the square itself, but I don't remember where I put that. Huh. It's interesting. Funny thing is, it's still working. Right, so over here it's actually going to have to be a ternary operator over here. Something that says something along the lines of chosen, if chosen is equal to W, we want something to check, like, is it highlighted already? And then if it is, then unhighlight it. But if it isn't, highlight it. What's it called? Highlight. Else, return unhighlight. Right? I mean, it makes sense. Hold on. Let me check it out. Oh, fucking hell. Alright, so now it's all unhighlighted, right? Which is good. Right, but then when we click on it, it's supposed to be going... Yeah, it's supposed to be setting chosen. And setting chosen is equal to T. right? So we're setting, yeah, okay. Technically all this is redundant for now. Console log highlighted question mark. All right, this just tells us whether or not, you know, it's actually, yeah, it's actually going in there. All right, so that's good. Right, and then our elements are actually unhighlighted, that's correct. Highlight, yes, then unhighlight. Oh, okay, so actually here has to be highlight and then here unhighlight. Oh dear God, if you work. Okay, so now it's highlighting correctly, but it's not unhighlighting correctly. Huh. Okay, hold on. If I keep clicking, it keeps going into highlighted. It goes in twice in here, and then it stops going into it. It goes in twice, and then it stops going into it. Okay, so console.log unhighlight. I just want to know like whether or not it's actually going into this one. Okay, see, it goes into all of them. That's the thing that's naming them essentially. All right, so now we're gonna try your thing, right? We're gonna try to see if I can like name it here. Unhighlight like this. Plus. No? How do I give it two names? Huh. Yeah, you think so? Okay, let's check it out. React to class names. Can you do two class names, like class name equal, class name equal? Yeah, actually, probably. Yeah. Okay, let's try that. return class name 1 question mark. Is it unhighlighted? Then highlight it. If yes, then class name 2. Otherwise, if it's not, then right? So is it unhighlighted? Then highlight it. Is it highlighted? Then unhighlight it. Super simple. What's the condition? When does he know if it's true or false? We're setting state, we're setting chosen here. Right, when you set chosen, then chosen would be equal to the object in question. And then the class name would also have the same object passed into it, which we take into handle name, sorry. So as soon as it goes into this, we say is chosen equal to W, which means like is the class name of the element that we just clicked on no sorry is the object that we just clicked on equal to the value or equal to the object that is passed by yeah, that could be our mistake over here. Yeah, but all I'm saying over here is that is the chosen state equal to what we clicked on, right? Something like that, or hold on, like right, essentially like this will what helps us click on different squares, right? What it's doing is like it's checking like is the because I feel like every time the class name is being called every time we're clicking, right? It makes me wonder as to whether or not it's like actually running in the background all the time. And makes me wonder whether or not that's what the reason, like that's the reason why it kind of lags, you know, like see if I click really quickly, it lags. And it makes me wonder, yeah, look at that. It's re-rendering everything. Excuse me. It's interesting. Yeah, this else statement I think is not working for us. So maybe if we remove it, shall we? I'm gonna reload. And actually this console log is also hurting us, I think. No. This one's fine. Yeah, I feel like there's a better way to do this. I feel like the way I'm approaching it makes it super heavy, super inefficient. It didn't work with you either, did it? Well, the way it's working with me is that I click on a square and then I click on another one and it highlights and unhighlights correctly. But then when I click on the same square, it doesn't unhighlight and it stays highlighted. I suppose I can look into it. And figure out, you know, like a different approach, maybe. Yeah, but I tried to click on your website here. You're kidding me. It has the same issue though. See that? When I click around, so it keeps track of the last one I clicked. So it's essentially it's this thing that's doing the work. And this. Plus the one in the class. All right. That's nice. What's the parameter that it takes? Hold on, let me look it up. Okay. Okay, cool. And then you do a for loop. Say this. And then you call an event listener on each one of the squares. Right? Yeah. That's how I set the ID for each div. Oh yeah, I read this. That's how you place a div from JS. Yeah, that's it. Like what you're using is pure JS. I was gonna make that observation, but it's still very valid, that's for sure. Okay, all right. What if, okay, how about this? I would like to be able to access the class name that is attributed to the div that I just clicked on. Right, so over here when we say on click and I pass in a function, I could probably pass in two functions over here and say the second one is handle clicked, like we had earlier, right? And over here, I'm just gonna take all this out. How to get... No, hold on. How can I get the how can I access the ID or the class name of a div through this? Well, let's check your code again. Get element by ID. Get element by ID. Get element document dot get element by ID. Right? Something like that. If we are able to get the no, not element by ID, because the ID has the color. I mean, I suppose I can switch it around, but hold on. Get element by class name, get element by class name. All right, works as well. Great. All right, then we save it to a variable. Yeah, essentially, I mean, I'm doing the exact same thing. The only difference between what you did and what I did was, instead of actually making a global event, it's like an event listener global event, it's an on-click parameter on each and every one of the divs that I have rendered. Now, in terms of efficiency, I don't know which one's more efficient, but I'm guessing both should be as valid as one another. The on-click and something about that E. Well, technically what I'm doing here is that I'm mapping my JSON object, and I'm how do you call it? I'm passing each one of the values into the div, right? I'm passing it here. And so when I'm setting the state of the hook, of the state hook, I'm passing that value to it. So technically what I'm setting state with is an object with 3 key value pairs. right? Now I can use probably something like, you know, get element ID or get element by class name, right? The problem is I don't think they are going to be oh yeah, no. Oh, okay, here's what we do, right? We set right. Okay, so let me actually comment this out for a second. And we say let div, like you said, right? And then a document dot. How do you assign it? How do you assign it? Class list. Yeah, class list, right? Class list dot add, right? No? Document dot create. Not the document. Element. Element. Yeah, so it's actually, it should be the element that we're sending in. Right, okay. Yes. And then we add highlight. Or we just like add it like that. Or actually maybe even we'll put it inside the if statement. If w.classlist, if chosen is equal to w, then w.classlist.add highlight. Else if chosen, oh no, hold on. Else w, no. Yeah, here's where we have to look for the element that has highlight on it and then remove that, right? And you did it how again? Yes, that, right? But you've saved it in a previous equal to null. Check outline. Yeah, okay, I need to keep track of the last one. All right, so over here, okay, maybe I'll use this one over here. Previous. Then we'll say previous equal to, okay, I got it. Gotcha. So else if chosen not equal, no, hold on. This is what we're looking for. Oh yes, if chosen is not equal, yeah, but I think maybe just like a new if statement actually. So if chosen not equal to previous, like so, no? Previous should be the W. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, so we need to track the current and we need to track the previous. Let me read your code again. You're passing the current through W, just need to keep track of the previous. Right. Okay, so how do I access the class name then? That's essentially what I need to be doing here, right? To ask whether or not chosen dot class name dot class list maybe. How do I do that? Oh, like somewhere before the handle name function ends, you do like previous is equal to W. Right. Okay. No, this is not the onClick function. Yeah, actually we're not using the onClick function. I thought I was going to use it, but then I was working with the other one. So this actually we can just remove from here. Huh. What's going on? Oh yeah. Yeah, actually, we probably don't need even to give it a class name over here. We can just remove that because this is what's setting the class name essentially. Right, and then we pass this on the onClick. Yeah, you're right, That's what we do. Handle click, T, we pass the T into it, right? Oh shit. Well, okay, so I just changed the S for the W for an S. S. Okay, so what is S actually? All right, all I did was change it so that we do not set the class name from the prop on the div. Instead, we set it by you know, by adding it every time we click on a certain div. That's all I did. Right, and now all we need to do is just to figure out the logic that does that. Right? So all we need to say is something like, all right, set the state as the object that we currently clicked on. But that we have to say actually later. So first we have to check, okay, so is the state that of the object that we just, is the object that we just clicked on equal to what we have saved in a state? If it's not, then add the highlight to its class name, and then set it to the state. Right? And so else if over here chosen is equal to the state, then hold on, I think we have too many brackets over here. Yeah. I think this is correct, right? Okay, if what we have saved in the state is equal to what we just clicked on, then we want you to remove whatever class name, or sorry, like we want you to remove a specific class name, which is class list dot remove class. Oh no, get element. No? How do you do it? Get element by class name. Hold on. How do I do it? I want to look for the element that has highlights saved on it, and I want to remove the highlight. Every time you click, you set chosen to actual object. Yeah, if it's a different div, right? If it's a different div, then we are doing that. I feel like I'm approaching this the same way, but in a, like logically I'm approaching it in the same way, just the syntax is different. Just, yeah, 100%. Okay, so we remove, actually, yeah, you're right. We remove set chosen from here. And that way we pass it first, and then we set the chosen, 100%. Yes, you're right. Right, so we handled the click. Is the state equal to what we just clicked on? No. All right, then set it. And while you do that, give that div a class name. And but if it already is equal to the state, I mean, if the object that we clicked on is already equal to the state, then we want to remove it. So the question is, like, how do we remove it? That's it. And it should work. Get element by ID. Where is it? True, and you got to keep track of the last one. Class list remove. Keep track of the last one. But isn't the last one the set chosen? Because now we're only using one class name. We're not using two. Right before we had the highlight and the unhighlight. Now all we need to do is just say. Right, because this is setting this is giving us the last one. The set chosen is setting state for the last one that we've clicked on. I don't know why I'm using set state, but I'm guessing it's because I'm going to use the set state later on to access the information on, you know, the JSON file, whatever, and render it on screen so that the user can see it, right? So we say else if chosen is equal to s, we want s class list dot remove highlight. I don't know how that even worked, to be honest. And then we set chosen back to an empty object, I think, or hold on, what is actually initialized as? Yes, an empty array. Oops. Right, that should work. Oh, I must have an extra bracket somewhere. This one. I don't know why it does that, to be honest. Like I don't even click on it. Yeah, so it's giving me an error and it's saying cannot read property of add of undefined. So what we actually probably need to do here, oh shit. Seems to be, yeah, it was lagging for a second. Yeah, just all I need to do here is say and S is not equal to undefined. Oh yeah, we have to set it first before we say. Okay. Okay. No, hold on. No, this is just the chosen one. But the S is only activated when we click. I mean, technically it shouldn't give us that error, but fine. Cannot read property add of undefined. How is S undefined? Fine. How do you say element? HTML element. Yeah, I think TypeScript's throwing me off. Pass T and on click. No idea. I do feel like it might be a TypeScript error. I can't understand what the error is. TypeScript. Set div as variable type. Yeah, see, like something like this. Hold on. Create element. HTML, anchor element. Get element by tag name. How does set chosen work? We initialize it over here, right? We say const chosen sets chosen as use state, right? So essentially this will hold the value of whatever we set to it, and it's initialized to an empty array, right? So currently chosen is equal to an empty array. But then when we click and we say like if chosen is not equal to s, which it technically needs to be whatever, but I mean it's not, it's like it's not equal to s, right? And I mean, I think I see the problem, right? I don't understand like what chosen needs to be equal to, or s needs to be equal to as in terms of type, right? Like I don't know what type it should be for me to be able to manipulate it the way I want to manipulate it. It worked when you had the set chosen and on click. Yeah. Yeah, but that's because we were essentially setting chosen here. Set chosen s, like this. So technically if we do this, everything else works. But then we're setting chosen at the beginning instead of later, which is when we wanna set it, because we want to be able to change the class name of it before. Okay, so let's try it this way, all right? Let's try it this way and see whether it works, all right? Essentially, there's no need to call these two anymore, though. And we probably will be using this variable right here to get the previous, right? So we set chosen to s, and then we say is chosen equal to previous. What's the problem here? Cannot redeclare block scoped. Oh, all right, so never mind. It's actually over here. Right, so we say chosen equal to previous. No, sorry, yes, then, sorry, no, actually this has to be not equal to previous. And it's gonna be equal to no, right? So we say, okay, great. So take chosen and set its class list, no, take s. All right, let's work with it this way, see where we get to. Okay, if chosen is not equal to previous, then we want to set the class list on it equal to highlight. All right, and then over here we want to say previous is equal to chosen. But that would create a loop, no? An infinite loop? Because if we say here, else if chosen is equal to previous, then we want to remove the highlight, and then we set chosen. No, we don't set chosen here. We just say previous is equal to null, like so. Previous equal to s. Hold on, it's lagging. But then why are we setting state then? I mean, when we set chosen to s, essentially, previous becomes equal. Like, this is essentially what I'm saying here. Because chosen is equal to s. But the problem is not that. The problem is over here. The s itself is undefined. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, but like it's confusing for me too because I haven't went through the entire course either. So, actually, there's a lot of memory. I can tell there's a lot of memory leak, a huge memory leak over here. That's why I have to like restart the server every now and then. I probably have to like run it through a use effect hook, and not even that. Like, oh, right. Hold on. This should fix it. There we go. Oh, yeah. Cannot read property add of undefined. So it's still saying it's undefined. No, the thing is that it's not the chosen that's the problem. It's the S itself. And every time I'm clicking, technically it's supposed to pass that value here. And then it's supposed to... But it's saying it's like undefined. It's weird. Fuse console logged, what does it have? It's a good question. Or maybe just S, so we can find out what S is. Alright, that's what it is, right here. Maybe it's because it doesn't have a class. Maybe we have to like initialize it with an initial class, right? So like if we say something like class name equal undefined, unhighlighted, like so. Oh, same problem. Still blowing up. Oh yeah, because of the other one. Hold on, no, I think it's working. It's working. How did you figure it out though? Oof. No, hold on, it doesn't have, see, like, with the thing we're clicking on is essentially, it has all these things. Oh, right, there it is. It says div target, div grass. Or where is it? All right, there it is. Maybe we say dot target. Whew. Hold on, where does it end? Right above timestamp. Okay. Set chosen to? No. Still nothing. Local name div. Next element sibling. No, it's got to be somewhere. There it is. We have ID here. There it is. Class name. So target class name. What did we say it was? Yeah, s.target dot class name. Seems like it's working. Oh! Cannot read properly remove of undefined. No. Synthetic base event. You need to look up the functions for that. For what? Oh. Okay, so yeah, okay, so over here what he's saying is that there's probably like some sort of a lag that's causing the error, right? at the time you call the code, you don't have any elements in the DOM corresponding to the query, right? Still target by the class name. Add. No, hold on. Okay, yeah, hold on. Where is it? Okay, yeah. All right, that's our error, right? Because it's actually going into this one before it's supposed to. Chosen is equal to previous. We're setting previous equal to chosen inside here, so technically it's not supposed to. Okay, so this is what I think is going on. It's going into the if statement, but then it's going immediately, like immediately after it's going into this. So maybe we can like do a return over here so that it just like skips everything, right? And it doesn't give us the error. What the fuck? Does continue work? No. Break? No. No, yeah, I got it. Yeah, but yeah, I think that's what the problem is. I think it's saying like previous is equal to chosen, and then say okay, else if it is equal to previous, so yeah, let's run this code, but then no, but then highlight should already be inside the DOM. Unless like this code is running even before this reaches the DOM or something like that. How about we just, you know, say if, else, right? Instead of like explicitly stating it. No. All right, how about we do not set it equal to chosen? No, it's still going in there. Okay. Okay, how about we say and s not equal to undefined. Like, I mean, this is one of the things that triggers me a little bit. I explicitly state, like, you know, only run this code if s is not equal to undefined. It still runs it, and it still gives me an error that it's undefined. Are the divs at least rendering correctly? Yeah. Okay. Let's start fresh, shall we? What does console log return? 1, 2, 3, 4. A synthetic base event. That's what it returns. A synthetic base event. Let's look it up. Synthetic base event. All right, let's try that. undefined. Obviously. What about, yeah, hold on. s.target.div, s.target right here, .div. It doesn't have a div. It doesn't have a div. That's why I was saying earlier, I was saying s.target.className. .className. What does that return? Undefined. But that's weird because if I click here, go into target, and go into class name, oh, that's what was going on, dude. It's class name with a large N, with a capital N. Anyway, let's hold on. Let's try to console that for a second. Technically, there you go. It's giving us unhighlight. It's correct. All right, so now it's not undefined anymore. So could we say something like s.target.className.add highlight. All right, actually what we need to do also is just remove this stuff that says it's going to have to be like whatever. Because they're going to be stacking one over the other, right? So let's just say that. Then refresh this. Did we save it? Save that, and then click. s.target.className.add is not a function. All right, so at least it's a different error. Yeah. If you have a made extension, what the hell? I'm not sure I understand the error. Are you saying like we can't inject the class name using this function? Oh, maybe yeah, maybe you're right. Let's see what class name. Oh yeah. But one thing we can do is use whatever information we get from the handle clicked to pass a value to class name. Right, we could like save some sort of a value that we get from this. Timestamp. Oh, yo, the timestamp is probably something that we can use for example, right? We can use like, okay, save the timestamp and then compare it as like a difference. No, never mind. It has to be something like that's specific to the square that we're clicking on. Path. But you got what I mean, right? Check the path again. Oh, there's the class list. You think we can access it and add something in here? Okay. Copy property path. Native event. Native event? Whoa! Whoa, okay. So that worked. Holy shit. Sorry if I screamed in your ears, guys. But damn, that worked. Okay, so... Well, that's one thing. Okay, so now we do the if statement, right? If previous is equal to this maybe. Yeah, dude, that is pretty sweet. Hold on, maybe we just set it equal to s, because that way it will save us the trouble of finding some sort of a value that is different from one object to another. We just say like if previous is equal to s, sorry, if previous is not equal to s. Oh shit. Do this and then set previous equal to s. Right? And then we do another if statement and we say if not an if, else if previous is equal to s. Hopefully it doesn't do the thing that I was afraid that it was doing earlier, that it goes from one if statement to another after it has changed the value of whatever we're running into the condition here. So we say else if previous is equal to s, we say the same thing, but instead of add, we say remove, highlight. $110. This? Oh yeah. Alright, so it's passing both to it. When I click on the same one, it passes both. When I click on a different one, it just says unhighlight. Class name. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, no, this. Once you click on the actual, you remove from the previous. No, it's because the console log, if you're referring to the console log, it's because it's over here at the top. So instead of instead of it being over here, remove highlight. Previous is equal to s. Remove highlight. Oh, let me tell you why. It's because every time we click on a different one, maybe we can say like, okay, maybe previous could be initialized as an array, and then we say previous dot push, and then we say s like this, so that it adds to the array, right? But then we say if previous equal to s, so like you know like look through the array, find whether or not we have the same value saved within it as the square that we're currently clicking on, and remove it. So it will be something like, no, okay, never mind. Thought that might work. I think our problem is previous is equal to s. Once you click on the actual, yeah. Over here, over here we have to delete it. We say previous is equal to null. Yeah, we have to delete it over here. Yeah, I think it's just a logic thing right now. I mean, maybe it's like the condition that, like the expression that we're using in the condition. Maybe there's something better that we can use. All right, so here's what's going on. Every time we click on a new square, previous is not equal to s. So we're saving a new value every time to s. But even when we do click on the same one, which is supposed to be this, it's not removing the highlight. For some reason, hold on. Let's console log it. Add. See, it's not going to the remove one. It's just adding. Okay, well that's good. It's good to know. Previous is equal to s. Oh, let me tell you why it's not equal to s every time, because it's a different timestamp. It has a different timestamp every time. Let's console log the s. Right? Look over here. It has a timestamp. There you go. That's why it's not equal to s every single time. So we need a specific value that we could probably use. Where was the path thing that we found? Yeah, native event, path. Yeah, maybe we can actually use that, to be honest. Class list? No, maybe not class list. Okay, maybe just not class list, but at least like the path, right? So we set previous equal to this. Do your divs have IDs? Yes, they have the assigned color. So essentially, I go through this function, and depending on what the topography value is, I give it an ID with a with a string that is well, I mean, I use the string that I pass to it to give it the color, essentially. Right, so where was I? Over here. Okay, still the same thing. We need to use something else. Yeah, so I can't use the ID because it's going to be like if I click on two grass squares at the same time, it's going to be client X and Y, client Y. But wouldn't client X and client Y change if I resize my like if it was responsive, wouldn't it change? I mean, it doesn't look like they do change, but I'm actually not 100% sure what client X and client Y are. And I have read it before as well. Yeah, it's based on the viewport. It feels as though it's like an unreliable value. I mean, we could try it though, you know, just for the sake of like figuring out whether or not like our logic at least is working. All right, the key is actually unique. If we find the key, we should be able to add that to our condition as an expression. If we find it. All right, actually, let me see if I can Google it. Synthetic base event key. Okay. Maybe it's on the target. Attributes, yes. Isn't it? Inside the attributes? Class. There's a lot of stuff, man. It's crazy. Like, there's so much information in here, you know? Like, I don't think we even need all of it. Maybe like when we're passing it, you know, we just pass what we need instead of passing all this stuff, you know? Probably would make it more efficient, but we definitely need to know what it is that we want first, so it's probably gonna have to be an idea for later, but just saying. Style. No, it's got to be in target. I mean, it only makes sense. Weren't we in target this whole time? Yeah, we were. It is a whole book. Like, how the hell am I supposed to find what I'm looking for in this? Isn't there like some documentation or something? All right, synthetic base event, where to find key inside synthetic base event. Keys are not passed to the component. So your workaround is actually the suggested pattern. They're only unique among siblings. So child knows, right? No. Child nodes. Children. No. Okay. I'm not gonna try because obviously they just said that you can't do it. All right, so it's gonna have to be something other than key then. All right, look, you know what? Why don't we just say, you know, like client X and client Y, just for the sake of trying it out. All right, just finding out whether or not it would work. Where is it actually? All right, we'll do at client X. That way, we know where we should be clicking. All right, so client X. There we go. Right. We're so close, man. We're so close. How about just an else statement? Nothing else. Oh! Nice. Okay, so we're adding and removing correctly. But when we're clicking on a different one, it's not. There's an if else. If previous not equal to s.client X, do this. I'm not sure I understand the logic, to be honest. But, I mean, it's working. Yeah, it's got to be in the path. It's got to be in the path, for sure. What if we say this? What if we say, like, if it's... No. If the same, if where you add highlight, you need to remove the previous. I need to remove the previous here? And then add it here instead? Oh yeah! Yes. No, but the previous is equal to s.client. The client x. Right, so previous has to be equal to s. No, hold on. Native event has to be equal to the native event.path. No? Yeah. All right, can we do that? It's native. Then we say previous.class list.remove. No, sorry. Yeah, so this. Yeah, and then previous is then set again equal to the path. No, let me tell you why you can't do that, because we need to use the previous. Oh, okay. Yeah, because we need to set previous equal to something eventually, and it can't be equal to s because we're using it in the condition over here, and whatever is in the condition over here needs to be a static, or it needs to be a static value, something that doesn't change. And the problem with the s is that it has a value which is the timestamp that changes depending on like when you click on it. So previous has to be equal to native event.path, and I'm guessing, sorry, that path is different from one to another, but the client X is the same. No, because client X only changes if there's change in the dimensions of whatever you're clicking on. And that's why initially I didn't want to use it, but I ended up using it because I said, you know, like, at least let's try to see if it works or not, you know? Okay. But if you click it in the same div, isn't the client X the same? Yeah, that's why it worked. But then we would have to have 3 values instead of 2. Right? We would have to have previous client X and then previous whatever, which is equal to S. No? Because previous would be the same as the S. And keep all the information. Oh, yeah. Yeah, what was I thinking? Yeah, okay. So we set this previous equal to S, and over here we say previous dot client X. What am I thinking? Yeah. Good point. If previous client X not equal to S dot client X, then add this class name to our current object. And then we want you Yeah, so here, if previous not equal to null, right? Do this right here. And then set previous equal to s. Right, so do you still, first time you click, previous is null. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if it's equal to null, then it's not equal to as client. And so it runs this and then it sets it equal to s. The second time we click, previous equal to s. Second time we click, if it's the same one, then it should remove it because it is equal to x. Because client x, the previous client x is equal to client x. But if we click on a different one, then it checks, is it equal to null? No? Okay, then remove the highlight. Let's check it out. Okay, so we said like or previous dot client is equal to null or previous dot client, sorry, dot client x equal to undefined. Just you know, just in case. How was it working earlier? We didn't have previous dot client? Oh yeah. Okay, so we set like here, if previous not equal to s, right? Then run this. Oh no, actually it has to be like if previous equal to s. No. Maybe native event dot path. Didn't we say a native event before? What if you first check the previous is null, and if it is, you give it the value of s. And from the else statement, you change previous equal to null. So we say like we set an initial condition saying like if previous equal to null, then we say previous equal to s like this. Right. And then over here, this should make everything else work, right? And we probably wouldn't need those anymore. Yeah, we just have, you know, an initial if statement. Oh, right. And then we say an else if, right, over here. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. If previous is equal to null, then we set previous is equal to s, and then we set s.native event.path.classlist.add as highlight. Then if it's not null, we check the client X of our previous, comparing it against the new element that we clicked on, and then we say if previous, if it's not equal, then we remove our previous, and then we highlight our new one. And then over here, we set our previous again equal to the new one. Right, actually, that's actually what I wrote here before. Right, so where does our else statement, right? Else, if it is equal, remove it. And then set previous equal to null again. And that should make it work. Come on! Cannot read property client X of undefined. Client X of undefined. See, like that's the problem. Okay, how about we set it in a different if statement? We say if, or previous equal to undefined. Yeah. Oh, well, it's working when we're clicking on different ones. Oh, hold on. Oh yeah, that's because it's the same X. See, when it's like on the same line? Or something like that. Oh. Hold on, like I click once and then I click 2 and it removes the second time. Click 1, 2. Click 1, click 1, click 1. Hold on, now it's working, fine. But before, I don't get it. Hold on. See? No, oh, now it's working. What's going on? Like just a second ago, it wasn't working properly. just needs a little head start. You think so? Did we get it? No, sometimes it's... Okay. Yeah, see, sometimes it just like doesn't add or something. Like I'm sure that there's, yo, a huge high five, man. Like seriously, we figured it out. Hell yes, but there's still some debugging left to do. Holy shit. It's crazy. Oh, there it is. When I don't move the mouse, but when I move it just a little bit, yeah, there you go. See, when I move it just a little bit, it's a different X. There you go. See? When it's a different X. All right, so essentially what you need to do to fix that is something that I saw in a video once. It's not a big deal at all. All you need to do is make sure that, let me show you. Let me console log the client X. s.client X. All right, so now let me clear this. Okay. See, it says 653, and then here it says 648, and then here it says 641. And then if I click on the one next to it, it says 667. And then 676. So all we need to figure out is like how many points are within one square and make it so that it gives us like one number for the entire square, right? So it would be like 1, 2, 3, etc., etc., right? So let me see actually here. If I click on top 600 and bottom right is 620. 620. Oh, okay. So 601. Okay, so it's 20 pixels. Essentially, it's like the size of the divs, yeah. I would use different IDs for divs. Different IDs for divs. Yeah, but that's what we were trying to figure out, right? Okay, so how about we switch the assign color from ID and we put it inside class name, right? Along with unhighlight. Or actually, we don't need the unhighlight anymore, do we? Let's check. We don't need the ID. No, you gotta give them different keys, which I already am, right? I already am giving each one of these divs a different ID. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's just keep it like this for now. All right, dude. Huge high five, man. You, like, you know, working with you is so much fun. It actually helps me think better, you know, and figure out solutions in a much easier, like, much more rapidly. I actually probably wouldn't have even been able to solve this hadn't it been for your input, to be honest. So big thank you, man. Like really, I really appreciate it. I would love to work some more on it with you next time if you're you know, if you're on and you have time and stuff like that. the next stream is going to be on in 2 days. So not tomorrow, the day after that. And I'm going to try to do my research a little bit. And I'm going to bring with me the solution that I was telling you about earlier. It should be much, much easier than what it might seem to be, right? Awesome, dude. Great, great, great. I'll see you there. I'll see you here then. All right. Well, thanks for chilling out, man. Appreciate it. I'll see you next time, yeah? Have a good one, man. Take it easy, yeah?